So you take any policy, whether it is Karnataka renewable energy policy, Andhra Pradesh wind policy, Andhra Pradesh solar policy, or Madhya Pradesh renewable energy policy 2020. It is an essay actually. From that essay, you have to take out points which are useful for your company to do comparative analysis and take a decision as to I want to go to Madhya Pradesh or not. And if I go to Madhya Pradesh, what benefits are available? And if I go to Madhya Pradesh, what is my responsibility? कि आपकी कंपनी के सीएमडी ने या सीईओ ने या फाउंडर ने आपको बुलाया है. आई एम हैविंग अ मीटिंग विद द चीफ मिनिस्टर ऑफ दिस स्टेट. व्हाट फैसिलिटीज और व्हाट इंसेंटिव यू वांट फ्रॉम हिम? सो क्वेश्चन इज दैट योर फाउंडर, ओनर और सीएमडी और द हेड ऑफ द डिपार्टमेंट हैज कॉल्ड यू and asked you, I have a meeting. The chief minister has been kind enough to give me a meeting, and he is asking what facilities you want to invest in my states. So what will you ask him to ask to the chief minister? Your mindset should be very clear. How can I make my project bankable? What should I ask the chief minister so my project becomes bankable? What should I ask the chief minister so that my project becomes transaction ready? What should I ask the chief minister so that my project becomes risk free? ये आपके माइंड में होना चाहिए क्लियरली. अब इसको आपके माइंड में लाने के लिए मैं आपको एक फ्रेमवर्क देता हूं. ये ऑल इंडिया फ्रेमवर्क आई एम गिविंग, वेयर इन यू कैन डू कंपेरेटिव एनालिसिस ऑफ द पॉलिसीज एंड देन एडवाइज your senior or advise your CEO, and you are in the meeting. You should be very forthcoming and clear what has to be asked. So once we are clear about our objective, अब क्वेश्चन ये है कि हाउ सर, हाउ कैन आई फुलफिल दिस ऑब्जेक्टिव, व्हाट स्ट्रक्चर शुड आई फॉलो, या व्हाट काइंड ऑफ रिसर्च आई शुड गिव टू माय जूनियर्स so that they can take out these problems, and then I can streamline this problem across India, because every state potentially is a new country wherein electricity duty will be different, wherein land acquisition will be different, wherein lot of other things जो भी state laws में है, agriculture रेवेन्यू कोड विल बी डिफरेंट. इसका एक स्ट्रक्चर है. स्ट्रक्चर क्या है? सबसे पहले फर्स्ट थिंग, whenever you are reading and whenever you read solar policy, you please keep in mind this structure. There will be lot of things written. Words like climate change, energy transition, wind, solar, hydro. We want to make India energy independent. Our target is 500 gigawatts. Our International Energy Agency, IRENA, Paris Convention, International Solar Alliance. But with lot of honesty, I am saying that most of the information is not of much use for you. It is only an essay. Now, whatever essay has been written, उसमें से जो best part है वो कैसे निकालना है वो मैं आपको बताता हूँ. If you want to take out the best part from that essay, it is a policy is like an essay actually. So you take any policy, whether it is Karnataka renewable energy policy, Andhra Pradesh wind policy, Andhra Pradesh solar policy, or Madhya Pradesh renewable energy policy 2020. It is an essay actually. From that essay, you have to take out points which are useful for your company to do comparative analysis and take a decision as to I want to go to Madhya Pradesh or not. And if I go to Madhya Pradesh, what benefits are available? And if I go to Madhya Pradesh, what is my responsibility? I have created a framework. So I will tell you framework one by one. Just see the value chain of the solar project and then start analyzing the solar policy. First component and the most risky component of the solar project is land. So when you are reading any of the policies, whether you are reading Karnataka renewable energy policy or Uttar Pradesh solar energy policy 2020 or Andhra Pradesh solar policy, whatever policy you are reading, just see while you are reading what benefits or responsibilities have been fastened with respect to land. Number one, I want to ask you, you must have gone through a lot of solar policies. Can you all, any of you can give example as to what benefits a particular solar policy has given with respect to land? He has given an example. When he has gone through the policy, he has identified that one benefit is being given, allotment of government land. First, when you are making a checklist, first thing is land. Land is the first part of the value chain. So in first part of the value chain, whenever if you're reading Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan, Telangana, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, you see what benefits my project, solar project can get in that state. So as correctly said, number one, they will tell you that stamp duty exemption. So one state will say, I will give you 50% stamp duty exemption. What is stamp duty? Stamp duty is a tax levied by the state government whenever you are registering a property. So when you purchase a property for solar plant, then you have to go to the sub registrar officer and register that land in the name of your company. When you are registering the land in the name of your company or whatever registration you are doing, certain certain stamp papers you have to purchase. So that may be 4%, 5%, 10%, 6%. The government, state government can say, because you are doing good job, so what I will do, whatever 100% stamp duty is required, that stamp duty is not applicable. You don't have to purchase stamp paper. Directly go and register your sale deed or transaction. Second benefit which state can give, registration fees. So second cost, when you are registering the document, you have to pay a registration fees to the sub registrar. So stamp duty money goes to the consolidated fund of the India. The registration fees portion goes to the sub registrar because it is a user charge. State government can say, for solar project, I will also give exemption or partial exemption with respect to registration fees. So second benefit, the state government with respect to land can give this. Third benefit which the government can give, so whenever 50% of Indian land is agricultural land. On agricultural land, it is illegal to set up an industry without changing the land use. So you have to go to the state government and ask them to change the land use from agriculture to non-agriculture. Even you are not allowed to build a house unless and until you change this to non-agriculture. For solar plant also, you have to make it is called NA conversion, non-agriculture conversion. If the state government can give a benefit that your project will be a non-agricultural land, if you are purchasing the project for solar plant, you have to give a declaration and it will be deemed conversion, then that will be best thing to happen. Okay. So all the state governments, you have to see, if you are discussing land, you have to see which state is giving, which state is not giving. So if you do comparative analysis of 2, 3, 4 states, you will be able to advise your CEO better. So if your CEO says, I am going to meet the Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh, you will tell him specifically, okay, this is one benefit which the Madhya Pradesh government has not given, ask for the specific benefit. Okay. Next, that state governments also have created land banks. So Madhya Pradesh has created a land bank, and those land banks, details of those land banks are with the energy department. When you decide to take that land bank, so you have to see which states have created land bank and what is the cost of land bank. So in Uttar Pradesh, if you want to use government land for setting up a solar power plant, you have to pay rent lease amount of 15,000 rupees per acre of land. Okay. In case of Madhya Pradesh, you have to give a security deposit of 5 lakh rupees per megawatt. And that is also refundable. It is a security money that you will construct a solar plant. So every state, for handing you over the government land or state land as a policy, whether this policy is mentioned or not. In case that policy is not mentioned and here you are meeting the Chief Minister of Goa, you can ask, please also provide us government land. And this is the comparative figure that Madhya Pradesh has given this facility, Uttar Pradesh has given this facility, Telangana has given this facility. So first component of understanding solar policy is land. Land is the first value chain. Okay. Second value chain is, can somebody give example as to what kind of benefits in the solar policy solar policy has given with respect to labor? Or what kind of benefits, even if it has not given, what kind of benefits the state government can give with respect to labor, and there is a very good English word for this. This is called green jobs. So first you say land, second you say green jobs. के लिए क्या facility है? What facilities? Can somebody give example? Second type of benefit which you can ask from the chief minister is this. You can say, sir, can you give us skill development subsidy? Can you give us skill development subsidy of 20,000 per employee? Because what we will do, we will employ a person residing in your state. We will train him for cleaning the solar panels. We will train him for operating the. It is not advisable to bring in people from maybe senior engineers and technical staff can be from across India. But when you go to second level, third level, fourth level, it is always advisable to hire somebody who is local and well versed with the local area. So, but you are hiring somebody, you will give some training to him. You can ask the chief minister that per employee, can you give a skill development subsidy 20,000 rupees? Because obviously your time and effort will be invested. You can ask the chief minister, can you give us reimbursement for the contribution towards EPF and PPF for maybe 5 years? You call it employment cost subsidy. Second, and you can think of other benefits which you can ask from the chief minister and list out. And if solar policy provides it, then you can tell your management, okay, this is the benefit which is provided. So once you have identified the land and facilities across state, across India, second thing what you have done, you have identified which state is giving us what facility for green jobs. Third thing which you will see is capital. Capital may, a lot of words are used. Sometimes we call it green financing or green funding by the state. Okay. So what kind of benefit the state is giving with respect to capital? Best part is that electricity is a joint responsibility of central government and state government. So both governments can give subsidy. So you can ask the state government or you can see the policy where any financial incentive is given. So can somebody share or specific example with respect to financial or green subsidy which any state government is giving? Central government, state government दोनों दे सकते हैं आपको. तो सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट से तो आप ले रहे हो, वायबिलिटी गैप फंडिंग हो गई या कुछ होलसेल मार्केट की, आप उसको सब्सिडी भी बोलते हो, कभी कैपिटल इंसेंटिव भी बोलते हो. प्लांट एंड मशीनरी की सब्सिडी भी दे सकते हैं लोग. तो अगर 5 करोड़ में आपका लग रहा है तो स्टेट गवर्नमेंट कैन गिव 10% और मे बी इट कैन गिव 1 CR फॉर एवरी मेगावाट. इट इज अलाउड. ओके. सो एग्जांपल ऐसा है कि 15% ऑफ प्लांट एंड मशीनरी कॉस्ट अप टू 5 crore rupees. It is okay. You can ask for it. Go ahead. You will help in the growth of the solar sector. It will reduce your cost. All right. Next is interest subvention scheme. So 10% of the term loan for a period of 5 years. Maximum rupees 20 crores. ये सिर्फ फिगर्स में एग्जांपल के लिए बोल रहा हूं. ये आपके इनोवेशन पे डिपेंड करता है. और आप देखो एक चीज कर सकते हो, जब आप चीफ मिनिस्टर से मिलने जा रहे हो तो आप चाय पी के वापस आ सकते हो, थैंक यू और हेलो बोल करके और मुस्कुरा करके कि सर हो गया, बहुत अच्छा लगा, आपने बुला लिया. और फिर आप सब्सटेंशियल बात कर सकते हो. अगर आप सब्सटेंशियल बात करोगे, सब्सटेंशियल बेनिफिट करोगे तो चीफ मिनिस्टर आपको नहीं भूलेगा. इनफैक्ट उल्टा होगा, वो बोलेगा यार ये बंदा बहुत इंटेलिजेंट है, आई लेट मी एंगेज हिम फॉर सम अदर आल्सो एक्टिविटीज. ओके. And it is not only the chief minister or management or principal secretary. The solar industry will also love you. So if there is win-win situation from both sides, let us be articulate. When we are meeting on tea, if he has given us time, let us go with a paper. Let him tell, sir, हमें land में this is the benefit. Sir, we are thankful you are giving us this benefit. We want this also addition में. Sir, with respect to labor, sir, I want maximum employment from your state. See, as a solar plant, I am setting up a solar plant of 400 megawatt, 100 megawatt. I will employ 1,000 people or 1,000 people except for top management, engineers will be from your state. It is advantageous to you also. Hey, what is the fun in getting people from the... So please, can you give me training subsidy? Infrastructure development. Excellent. Okay. फिर उसके बाद third capital. So you can ask for capital also. You can ask for entire subsidy. No worries. I will employ 20,000 people. give me entire payment for the setting up solar plant, and I will give you power also. Okay. So once you have land, you have secured. After land, second component of value chain, labor. Also, you are clear, green jobs. Third component of value chain, land, labor, capital, economics. Okay. So capital also you have secured. But then after securing all these three things, when you generate electricity, you are technologically expert. You know how to set up a solar power plant and you know how to generate electricity. You are expert. But somebody has to evacuate power now. So fourth facility which you can ask from the state government is power evacuation. Sir, what facility you will provide me for power evacuation? Can you bring transmission line to my doorstep? Or I have to spend so much of additional money in transporting or evacuating my power? So tell me, for the fourth facility, power evacuation facility, can somebody give an example? What can be the power evacuation facility? Next is power purchase. If a state can provide some power purchase facility, just think of what power purchase facility state can provide. One aspect was, earlier we were fighting that every state should have nodal agency so that there can be aggregation of power, and we have to only contact one nodal agency for all the bidding processes. That most of the states have done, as you have said. Now, first stage may we have in the value chain, we have asked for benefits for land. Then we went to green jobs, labor. Then we identified what is the benefit available in solar policy with respect to capital. Then we have moved forward with respect to power evacuation. Construction ho gaya, now power evacuation. Then we said, okay, we have facility of power evacuation, but somebody has to purchase. So why not state should also be one of the consumers? So we said, okay, let us ask some benefits with respect to power purchase by states. But once we are selling the power, there are certain cost implications, taxes. So next component which you have to see in the solar policy, what kind of tax exemption that state government has given. One of the important taxes is electricity duty, and electricity duty is a state tax. So only and only state government can levy electricity duty, only and only state government can exempt electricity duty. Day before yesterday, Supreme Court has also given a judgment with respect to mining rights. All royalties. So if you are mining coal or you are mining any cadmium, all duties or royalties will be charged by only and only state government. So now you can also ask for exemption from the state government with respect to electricity duty, with respect to water taxes, with respect to carbon tax, with respect to mining lease rights or mining royalties. चारों चीजें they are state subject. So hydropower plant hai, you will say please exempt us from water tax. If you are solar and solar plant, exempt us from electricity duty. Exempt us from mining leases if you are a thermal power plant. So next is reduce your cost by any other way of reducing the cost. Any other incentive if you have come across with respect to taxes, where state government has power. So Madhya Pradesh state solar policy says that for 10 years for solar project, there will be no electricity duty. So what you have to do, you have to file a nil return. So those calculations, when you do, I am telling you the 10 value chain parts. If you see all the value chain and write it down one by one, then you can do comparative analysis between 2, 3, 4 prospective states, and then you can take a decision or you advise your CMD or director that this is one, first is this, second is this state. And then you will have list also that you can tell the chief minister ki sir us state ne kara, aap bhi thodi help karo. So I'll give you one more example. You can ask for SGST reimbursement also. So if you have GST applicable, you will, when you purchase a solar panel or when you do installation, some GST component is there. You can tell the state government, okay, I am paying GST upfront, but can you, once there is a commissioning, once the power plant is commissioned, I will also call you to inaugurate the power plant. But you give me SGST reimbursement. That is within the power of the state government. 100% state GST reimbursement. रॉयल्टीज की तो बात कर ही ली अपन ने. और किसी के पास कोई एग्जांपल हो तो प्लीज कम फॉरवर्ड. ऑल राइट, तो हमने ऑलमोस्ट वैल्यू चेन कंप्लीट कर ली. मतलब वी स्टार्टेड विथ लैंड, देन वी वेंट टू लेबर, देन वी वेंट टू फाइनेंस, लैंड लेबर कैपिटल, उसके बाद इवैक्यूएशन, इवैक्यूएशन के बाद परचेज ऑफ पावर, पावर परचेज बाय स्टेट, देन वी सेट टैक्सेस. ये पूरा 6 का वैल्यू चेन है. ये कंप्लीट आपने प्लांट के लेवल पे कर ली. लेकिन कई बार कुछ बेनिफिट्स जो होते हैं ना, बियॉन्ड पॉलिसी होते हैं. सो व्हाट यू हैव टू डू इज, जो 7th पॉइंट यू हैव टू राइट इज राइट कनेक्टेड पॉलिसीज. कनेक्टेड पॉलिसी में, सो यू आर सीइंग सोलर पॉलिसी, बट कनेक्टेड पॉलिसी कैन बी हाइड्रोजन पॉलिसी, कनेक्टेड पॉलिसी कैन बी विंड पॉलिसी, कनेक्टेड पॉलिसी कैन बी ईवी पॉलिसी, कनेक्टेड पॉलिसी कैन बी बायोमास पॉलिसी, कनेक्टेड पॉलिसी कैन बी anybody can share what type of connected policies. Karthikeyan ji, can you share what is connected policy with solar policy? I will give one example. Okay, so we have Andhra Pradesh Solar Power Policy 2018. This is the main policy which you are looking forward, and what you have done the value chain analysis कि लैंड में क्या बेनिफिट है, कैपिटल में क्या बेनिफिट है, लेबर में क्या बेनिफिट है, टैक्सेस में क्या, सब आपने कर लिया. अब आप एपी सोलर पावर पॉलिसी के बाद एपी की कनेक्टेड पॉलिसी देखेंगे. कनेक्टेड पॉलिसी व्हेन यू सी, देन इट विल बी एपी विंड सोलर हाइब्रिड पॉलिसी 2018. इट इज ऑल्सो इंपॉर्टेंट. देन एपी रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी एक्सपोर्ट पॉलिसी 2010, जहां पे लैंड के बेनिफिट्स दिए हुए. एपी विंड पावर पॉलिसी 2018. So similar connected policies you will see in every state. So can somebody say, share or tell connected policy of any? So 7th component which you have to write, all connected policy likh lo. And connected policy is industrial policy also. ठीक है? तो industrial policy के सारे benefit you will get because it is industry. And claim those benefits. Tell your company कि these benefits are also available. इनफैक्ट कुछ सोलर पॉलिसीज डायरेक्टली लिखती हैं. सो कर्नाटका की सोलर पॉलिसी 2022-27 सेज इंडस्ट्रियल पॉलिसीज एप्लीकेबल एक्सेप्ट फॉर द इन्वेस्टमेंट प्रमोशन सब्सिडीज. सो ऑल पार्ट्स ऑफ इंडस्ट्रियल पॉलिसीज इज एप्लीकेबल इन कर्नाटका एक्सेप्ट फॉर इन्वेस्टमेंट प्रमोशन सब्सिडीज. मध्य प्रदेश पॉलिसी सेज ऑल बेनिफिट्स ऑफ एमपी इंडस्ट्रियल पॉलिसी एप्लीकेबल. आफ्टर 8th point is, which you have to take care, is special incentive. So when you are reading some solar policy, you will see or see which you have not imagined. You will think यार ये तो benefit पता ही नहीं था हमें, ये कौन सा special benefit आ जाए. कई बार क्या आता है, some people are very innovative और close to the power circles, तो वो अपने लिए एक छोटा सा benefit निकाल लेते हैं वहां पे. क्या जो policy बना रहा है बंदा और उसका कोई relative कहीं पे हो तो वो एक policy अपनी डाल देता है कुछ ना कुछ, तो उसको मैं बोलूंगा special incentive. फॉर एग्जाम्पल कोई नई टेक्नोलॉजी है एंड नई टेक्नोलॉजी का एक्सपेरिमेंट करना चाहता है, अब उसकी बिडिंग तो होगी नहीं. सो व्हाट ही विल डू इन द पॉलिसी, ही विल राइट पायलट प्रोजेक्ट. बोला पायलट प्रोजेक्ट नॉमिनेशन बेसिस पे फॉर न्यू टेक्नोलॉजी आई विल अलॉट यू. एंड इफ यू सी दैट, जस्ट राइट इट इन द 8th कैटेगरी कि पायलट प्रोजेक्ट अलाउड है. अगर मेरे पास अगर कोई न्यू टेक्नोलॉजी, आई विल से कि सर प्लीज गिव अस आल्सो दैट फैसिलिटी. Research and development project. So maybe you are engineer and you are more interested in some research also. You can take additional fund from your company for research projects. कुछ states हैं P2P, peer-to-peer trading. So Karnataka has made a draft guidelines for peer-to-peer trading. Bihar, नहीं, Uttar Pradesh has made final guidelines for peer-to-peer trading. Delhi government has made draft guidelines for peer-to-peer regulations for peer-to-peer trading. So UP का है UP guidelines for peer-to-peer trade solar energy transaction through blockchain platform based 2023. KERC implementation of peer-to-peer solar energy transaction through blockchain based platforms regulation 2024. Delhi Electricity Regulatory Commission Peer-to-Peer Energy Transaction Guidelines 2024. New opportunity is there. Special incentive. Some states will say, some state has a repowering. So if you have a wind power plant, वो 500 kilowatt का था. Now at the same location, without land, without anything, you have just installed 3 megawatt. Your capacity has increased. So what the Karnataka says, number one, it says अगर आपको ये लगाने में कोई भी दिक्कत है तो हम लेटर लिखेंगे सारे डिपार्टमेंट्स को, हम आप हमसे जो नोडल एजेंसी लेटर ले जाना। सो आप फॉर एग्जाम्पल आपको कोई भी डिपार्टमेंट तंग कर रहा हो या आपको अप्रूवल नहीं दे रहा है, तो पॉलिसी कहती है 2022-27 की लेटर ऑफ रिकमेंडेशन विल बी इशूड बाय नोडल एजेंसी, कर्नाटका रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी डेवलपमेंट एजेंसी, सी का लेटर फ्रॉम देम। सेकेंड, इट सेज पीयर टू पीयर ट्रेडिंग द रेगुलेटरी कमीशन विल अलाउ। इट ऑल्सो सेज अगर रीपावरिंग है विंड की, सो जो भी एडिशनल इलेक्ट्रिसिटी है मे बी परचेज्ड, और उसमें ऑप्शन देता है कि थर्ड पार्टी में भी आप डाल सकते हो, सेल कर सकते हो, कैप्टिव पावर में भी कर सकते हो, कि यू कैन आस्क फॉर वाटर कनेक्शन, यू कैन आस्क फॉर कनेक्टिविटी थ्रू रोड इन द रूरल एरियाज और एनी अदर कनेक्टिविटी। एट, ऑल राइट, नाउ कम टू द नाइन्थ पॉइंट। नाइन्थ पॉइंट इज रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी। यू हैव टू सी व्हाट इज योर रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी। सब चीज पॉजिटिव नहीं होती, देयर आर सर्टेन रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज ऑल्सो विच यू हैव टू डू। So responsibility में you have to write whether registration is required, and if registration is required, where do I register my solar plant? It is generally nodal agency, but you have to read between the lines कि where our registration will be done. Number two, is there any approval which is required? So somebody will say for evacuation of the power पहले feasibility और pre-feasibility study होगी जो ट्रांसको करेगी, मीटरिंग प्रोटोकॉल का क्या लगना है, ये रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी लिखी रहती है। उसके बाद ये तो रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है, समटाइम्स देयर इज फीस ऑल्सो, सो दे विल इन द पॉलिसी इटसेल्फ दे विल राइट डाउन टाइम एक्सटेंशन फीस, इफ यू आर एक्सटेंडिंग द प्रोजेक्ट टाइमलाइन दिस इज फीस यू हैव टू पे। ट्रांसफर फीस, सो इफ यू आर ट्रांसफरिंग द सोलर प्रोजेक्ट टू नेक्स्ट कंपनी, इट इज ट्रांसफर फीस। Performance bank guarantee, so the state is giving you land, he's saying okay, I want performance bank guarantee 5 lakhs per 8 megawatt. Also say if you want connectivity to the grid, pay grid support charges, which is parallel operating charges. So responsibility you write in the 9th column. You can make a table actually, checklist. 10th thing and final value chain component, you have to see manufacturing. What facility the state is providing with respect to manufacturing. It may be possible that you are not interested in manufacturing, then you can skip it. Otherwise, you can also write कि manufacturing में these benefits can be provided. Can somebody share what benefits can be provided with respect to manufacturing, or if you can give example, that would be great. With this, now the value chain is complete. ये 10 चीजें आप जब भी सोलर पॉलिसी पढ़ें, तो अब जब भी सोलर पॉलिसी पढ़ेंगे ना, आप ये 10 पॉइंट एक नोट पेज में लिख लीजिए और सोलर पॉलिसी पढ़ते पढ़ते उसमें डालते जाइए कि लैंड के लिए ये बेनिफिट है, लेबर के लिए बेनिफिट है, कैपिटल के लिए बेनिफिट है, पावर इवैक्यूएशन के लिए बेनिफिट है, टैक्सेस के लिए ये बेनिफिट है, पावर परचेज स्टेट बाय में नील बेनिफिट है, कनेक्टेड पॉलिसी में ये बेनिफिट है, स्पेशल इंसेंटिव ये है, रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी हमारी, आवर रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी इज दिस, एंड मैन्युफैक्चरिंग के लिए बेनिफिट ये है। आप देखोगे यू विल हैव फुल पिक्चर एंड क्लियर पिक्चर एज टू व्हाट दिस स्टेट इज ऑफरिंग अस, and whether we should invest in that state or we should not invest in that state.